Students, don't forget this Friday is pep rally schedule, so Spartan time will be at the end of the day and your class times might be slightly different. Students and AP classes, if you want to take the AP test, your window to sign up will be from October 14th to November 8th. If you haven't signed up by November 8th, you will not be taking the AP test this year. SBISD College Night is going to be at Springwoods High School on October 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. There will be over 100 representatives from colleges and universities from around the country.
I was in West Orange, New Jersey. I was in 3rd or 4th grade. I think it was 4th grade. Pleasantdale Elementary School is where I went. I come from, my mom and dad are both teachers. So we saw this smoke in the air and everybody was like, what's going on? But nobody was telling us anything. Kids started being called home. And all of a sudden, I got a call and saying, we're going home. And that was unheard of because both my mom and dad were teachers. It's like, wait, what's going on? And I saw my mom was crying. She gave me a hug and was like, I just love you so much. I found out when I got home that there was a terrorist attack. I really didn't understand. It was just like, okay. And then as I was leaving school, there was a helicopter that landed right in the backyard. We have recess at school. 9/11 was a scary day in our country. It was very scary, and it did definitely unite our country. And to just advise, I mean, we have to love each other. No matter what we believe, whatever our political views are, whatever you believe, love each other. Love thy neighbor as thyself. This nation right now is very divided. And is if we just loved people as they were humans, I think we could unite this country. And it's crazy that a tragedy has to bring the country together. And it's scary that a tragedy could unite the country.
I was at school. At the time, I was an elementary counselor at a school in Ohio. And I remember distinctly my husband calling me and, fearful, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? We probably need to go and withdraw money from our bank account, because at that time we had never experienced anything like that where total control had been lost and we just had no idea as to what the next plan of action was going to be for anything. I remember being very concerned about my son. I had a very young son at the time, and so just the uncertainty of everything, and of course having a great deal of empathy for the people who were experiencing it, the people not only that had perished, but the people whose loved ones were there. It was just very, very devastating. Once it became news, then throughout the building we had the TVs on at the time, and we were being made aware from news broadcasts. So it was, and I just remember parents coming and picking up their children from school in masses, and everyone just not knowing what to do. One of the pros of some of our most tragic events in American history is that we tend to, show our humanistic views. People were looking out for each other, helping each other. I mean, just, the most common things that you wouldn't even think about, just holding the door more, or just having a lot more empathy for humans. And I mean, it was obvious on every realm. So that was, of course, the pro of it all. Just a lot of feeling like, we're all in this together. So that's kind of what took the forefront of everything.
All right. Again, like I said, America is so divided today. What is the message you have for young people who weren't around at the time, or just what we can learn from it?
I think that too often we concentrate on how we're different. And we see what that does. It causes division and contempt and all those things. But I think that if we really just took a moment to extend the benefit of the doubt, I think it would just make the world a better place. It really, one of my favorite mantras is, what I provide, I require. So what I require, I also provide. I can't ask you to do something for me if I'm not willing and able to do the same for you. So if we just kind of take that whole mindset on and just really give the benefit of the doubt and, treat each other with grace and mercy, then I think that would make a huge difference.
I was in 4th grade on 9/11, 2001, and I was at school. It was a normal school day for me. I went to a school in Sugarland, and it was just like, for me, it was a day that I only knew something was wrong when everyone started getting taken out of class. And I did not know why. They didn't tell us why. I went to my Aunt Nita's house, and that's when I saw it on the news. That's what I remember, is being at my family's house, extended family's house, and seeing it on the news. That's when I knew something was wrong. I got some of it. I visually remember seeing the image of the plane, the first plane and the second plane, and then the towers collapsing. I remember that. But I didn't quite understand the gravity of the tragedy that was occurring. I think the first takeaway is it actually is possible to be a United States of America. You're absolutely right. I heard, especially from New Yorkers, even today, New Yorkers talk about how it actually brought the city together in a really beautiful way that hadn't happened before. It kind of gives me chills saying that out loud. But what I hope we learn is that it shouldn't take a tragedy to bring unity.
I'm Hunter, and this is the Rankings Report. So far this season, volleyball has done extremely well. They're number 1 in Houston and top 10 in the state. I sat down with Coach A to hear more.
I think that our setter, Audrey Cook, does a good job of distributing the ball to hot hitters. I think defensively we play really well. Rachel Ashby is our libero. Logan Sykes is our DS. Gwen locks down back row. I think between the 3 of those players, they really keep us in rallies, and they have great ball control. Pretty big terminators at both ends of the pen, with Sarah Hickman on the right, and with Gwen and Avery Kent on the outside. We're just able to score a lot from both sides of the net, and they're just really competitive kids. They play pretty chill on the court. They're not the most fiery of teams out there, but they're super competitive. And so they just work really hard together to find ways to win. As far as how the season, hopefully how it ends, I'd love to go 3 in a row district champions, undefeated. That would be really cool. One was happy about a 2nd round early departure last year from playoffs. So I think that sits in the back of their mind to motivate them, to respect everybody. We've said a couple of times this year, like, respect all your opponents. We watched, so, I think that it's got good potential for a good season, for sure.
Thanks, Coach A. Here's their star DS, Logan Sykes.
I feel like we bond really well, and we also, almost all of us has played on a same team together, and so I feel like that helps with not only how we interact with each other, but also how we play together on the court.
Good luck to volleyball as they begin districts this Friday at Side Creek, 5:30. Be there, show your support. Go Spartans.
The month of September represents that children are more precious than gold.
All the funds raised throughout the next couple of weeks are going straight to the greater organization of Turn It Gold.
Join us on Saturday, September 14th for the Turn It Gold football game.
Don't forget to dress in all gold. Let's turn Tully gold. Hi everyone, come to the Spartan Air Spaghetti Supper this Thursday from 5 to 7 in the cafeteria.
Hey, Come to the choir car wash this Saturday from 9 to 2 p.m. It costs $10.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah and I'm on varsity volleyball, and this season so far our record is 22-2. And this Friday at Side Creek, we play at 5:30 to start district play. Come out and watch us.
Hey y'all, come out to Tully this Saturday at 6 o'clock. Turn the stands gold for Turning Gold Week.